We discuss about the components of human skeleton. Also see this diagram, students. This diagram shows the human skeleton. This is the skull portion, pectoral girdle, shoulder region, arm, hands. You know that this portion is included in the appendicular skeleton because this is included in the limbs. Then foot, pelvic girdle, vertebral column, rib cage, means sternum bones. So all these are the parts of the axial and the appendicular skeleton. See this information. All of you know that when we study about the ear, we see that the smallest bone of the body, human body, is the stapes, and the largest bone of the human body is the longest bone of the body is the thigh bone. Thigh bone is the longest bone, and the stapes is the smallest bone of the human body. Also see this blue box, students. Who was Andreas Vesalius? He was a scientist. Here the contributions are given who made by the Andreas Vesalius 1514 to 1564 her time. He was honored for the developing modern anatomical studies. Anatomical, and you know that what is anatomy? Anatomy is related to the internal study structures. So Vesalius was born in the Brussels, Belgium, and he made many discoveries in anatomy. Means his contributions are given in the anatomy. He also discovered the many internal structures, and he also based on the studies of the dissection of the human dead bodies. He worked on the human dead bodies, and his book contained the most accurate depictions of the whole skeleton and the muscles of the human body. Means in his book he discovered the human skeleton and also the different types of muscles which are present in human body, and their explanation and depiction which was given by the Andreas Vesalius was accurate today. So this is the important contributions towards the anatomy of the human body. So who was Andreas Vesalius? Note this short question. Then student moves toward this information. The upper jaw is fixed with the skull and the composed of the two bones. The lower jaw is mobile and articulated with the skull. Here this information is given about the jaws. Here he says that the upper jaws is fixed with the skull and the two bones are present in the composition of the upper jaws, and the lower jaws is the mobile. Mobile means movable, and the articulates with the skull means हम जो बोलते हैं, हमारे जो बोलने के दौरान जो हमारा जो फेशियल एक्सप्रेशंस आते हैं वो सब कुछ जो लोअर जाज की वजह से होता है. And then lower jaws is also attached with the skull. In lower vertebrates, the lower jaws is made up of more than one bones. In lower vertebrates means lower jaw is made up of more than one bones, but in higher vertebrates, in mammals, the lower jaw is only made up of the single bone. Previously in mammals, in vertebrates, the lower jaw is made up of the more than one bones, but due to their time, during the evolution, mammals modified the lower jaws. Mammals can be modified their lower jaws and the bones and incorporated the four of them into the middle ears. We study that middle ear ossicles in the form of the malleus and incus in both ears. The four bones which are present in the jaws, during the evolution, mammals moves this jaws bone towards the ear, and due to the movement of these bones towards the ears, this is also beneficial for the mammals and also for the hearing purposes. Means it is a good effort towards to improve the hearing, because these middle ear ossicles can also improve the hearing purposes, so that the lower jaws with the single bone is stronger and the one bone is stronger as compared to the many bones. So that this is the evolution in the mammals, and mammals can be changes their jaw bones towards the middle ear ossicles, so that they can be formed a strong lower jaw with a single bone, and also the malleus and incus improve the hearing processes. This is all about the evolutionary history of the mammals and the other invertebrates. Thank you class. Hope so it is clear now.